Hey everyone, Susan Choi here from the Food Institute. I am here with a very special guest today, a great friend of the Food Institute. Her name is Victoria Ho, and she is the founder of Sherpa CPG, a wonderful firm that encourages, that helps guys start up brands. She's just an all-around boss. And Victoria, thank you for joining me today.
Appreciate the kind words. Thank you for having me.
Thank you again for being here with me at the Winter Fancy Foods Show 2024 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, so Victoria, we're here at the Specialty Food Trade Show. You are an expert in the CPG space. You have seen it all, you've done it all, vast experience. So tell me from where you stand. Right now we've seen a growing trend away from, national brands into private label brands. When it comes to specialty goods, CPG goods, do you think, that connection that CPG brands can make with consumers, do you think that will stand the test of time and stand, the rising trend, away from specialty brands and towards private label brands? What are your thoughts?
That is a fantastic question. I look at it from the perspective of why these private label brands are growing. And I think it is because consumers do want adventure. They do want more flavors that feel authentic, that are driven from heritage or things that they may not explore on their own. Having connection with private labels because they may trust the store or the retailer gives them a little bit of trust. But I do feel like the power of emerging brands is that there's a bit more genuine root to where the story comes from. And generally, they're not beholden as a startup to, a hardline cost in how they produce their food. So when they're creating recipes or putting products together, the intentionality of the ingredients and the thoughtfulness of wanting to convey something that has a deeper meaning than just a value-driven product, which is what drives a lot of private label sales. Consumers are absolutely responding to that authentic connection and engagement. And I believe that once consumers kind of find the real deal, find real people and stories to connect with, it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back into kind of the ambiguity of a nameless and faceless brand. I think both types of products segmented on the shelf will continue to thrive and inform each other. An important point I think would be that emerging brands drive trends, they take risks, they pioneer them. Oftentimes you see private labels kind of using that energy as a focus group and then iterating on products that they know maybe will already succeed. But if emerging brands connect quickly enough and strongly enough, they will continue to be kind of the driving force behind how private labels innovate.
Talk to me about the evolution of CPG business. You have had years of experience in the CPG space. Tell me, have you seen a change over the years in CPG business strategy, the way that they present themselves? Give me your thoughts on this.
Yeah, so that's another really wonderful question because I think if we think of a keyword, I feel like that would be storytelling. And I'm a bit obsessive with, packaging and how that really helps to shape the journey of a consumer to finding and connecting with a brand that's kind of on a shelf. I have found that a lot of the brands that are building buzz and gaining traction in 2024 are brands that are leading with the raw story, where their product comes from. Transparency, I think, would be a huge trend. They're making products that mean something to them rather than just looking for white space on the shelf of products that don't exist. And so again, having that genuine connection to a real human, say a real family, a real purpose, is absolutely becoming, I think, more commonplace. And that is something that for emerging brands, startup brands, can't be replicated by larger companies that are simply kind of doing turnkey iterations of what they've seen succeed. They kind of lack the personal touch that an emerging brand can bring to the table.
Got it. And finally, what would be the first piece of advice that you would give to someone completely new to the space? It's the first time they're putting out a brand, they're putting out their product, they've never been in the specialty, the CPG, space before, what would be your first piece of advice to them?
Gosh, I've made so many mistakes, so I'm going through the Rolodex of all the things I could be saying, but I would say a through line for that is founders have a lot of passion, but you have to find your purpose behind the passion. Passion comes kind of hot and heavy, and it comes in spurts, but it won't really be what drives you through the challenging, very challenging journey, the gauntlet, if you will, of creating something from scratch and nurturing it to grow. It really has to come from a place of purpose that will build resilience and also connect you to the consumers that today are really looking to support brands that align with their own values as a human, not just their cravings for product.
All right, well, Victoria Ho, founder of Sherpa CPG, and just all around amazing person. Victoria, thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you.
Right?